a card reading. So this is my first pick a card reading. These are my fishies. So playful. Isn't that fun? So tarot with a view. These guys are so snacky. So we can pick from pile 1, 2, 3, or 4. We've got Citrine, Amethyst, I think it's green Calcite, and a Quartz, clear quartz for the piles. And I will put chapter markers down below. If you want to just jump ahead to your section, you can have as many piles as you're drawn to, or just one that you're drawn to. But it is so beneficial and so good for training your intuition to just do a little meditation, just a couple deep grounding breaths where you just let it all hang out to really open your channel, open your intuition, find a peaceful moment, and just go where your eye is drawn. For me, it's kind of like my eyes feel like they're drawn by a magnet. Not necessarily because the picture's pretty or because the words are pretty or because the crystal's pretty, but just my mind is kind of magnetized. Even when I close my eyes, I kind of feel pulled towards the same spot. And I don't know how your intuition works, but just play around with it and see if there's anything that is calling to you, and just learning to trust our intuition, and that this life is just full of what seem like coincidences, but it's all guiding us. Everything's leading up to this moment, and everything is guiding us to our greater good, even if it's, you know, life lessons or blessings. So I will just bring the camera down a little bit, and I will get started with our first pile. Hi, pile 1. For this reading, I got a couple oracle cards and a couple tarot cards, and if we need to go any deeper, I've got some clarifying decks here, and so let's get started. So the star energy, and we have opportunity, the Empress, the Four of Pentacles, the Empress again. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. What beautiful energy you have. And the Queen of Swords. And we will read this poem a little later. So it looks like your energy is so gorgeous. We usually see the star when we're on our journey. The star comes after the tower, and the tower is some people are afraid of the tower because it's something that shakes up our life, and it can be something that feels catastrophic or just completely like the rug pulled out from underneath us. And she is the star of hope. And when we have these life-changing tower moments where our whole tower falls, the foundation crumbles, and we have to start building over. A lot of people say that it's for protection, not rejection, and it's happening for us, not to us, from the universe. Okay, sorry about that, pile 1. Okay. We ran out of memory space, but we are back. Okay, so the Tower card. It gives us a chance to rebuild and to really think about our foundations and build them back truer to our heart. And the Star card is, she is the wish of our heart. And you can kind of see that with the green chakra in her heart there. And we all are the star. And following our heart will just bring us there faster. And the Empress in this reading is, it's just so gorgeous how it's showing up 2 times. The beautiful, like, abundance of Gaia. She represents just everything beautiful the world has to offer. She always has enough for everyone. She has enough love, wisdom, food, wealth. It's all there, and it's all for you. It's all available for you. And the Queen of Swords is, the Suit of Swords represents our intellect, and the Queen of Swords embodying all of the wisdom that comes with that. And she is seeing clearly and making choices with a clear mind. And the Four of Pentacles represents stability, and stability in the world, stability financially, and everything that's crystallized in this world with our home and our relationships. And in this Motherpeace deck, it represents controlling access to your door. And I really like that. In the Rider-Waite deck, it's a guy sitting on a chair holding really tight to 4 pentacles. He's got his 2 feet resting on a pentacle, and he's just holding tight to them, and it kind of seems almost miserly. But this, I really like how this represents she is in control. She's in control. I was just showing my daughter my spreadsheet of my bills spreadsheet and our financial plan, and she was like, show me how far back you go. How long have you been doing this? And we went all the way back to 2001, and it's amazing that for the last 3 years that all of these little columns and all of these little rows, we've just checked them off. And even though there's weeks where we're like, we're stressed about money, everything's tighten your belt, or how are we gonna make this happen? How are we gonna register the car? It all, if you zoom out far enough, I am in control of my door. I do put in enough effort. I do everything I can, and sometimes it doesn't seem like it's enough, and sometimes it is enough, and I forget to be grateful, but it is enough. It is going to work. It is enough. I really love this energy for you. This is so beautiful. Let's read from the book from my favorite, The Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Linn. So let's read Opportunity. These are messages from the Sacred Landscape. So it is moon through the pine trees. An occasional owl hoot and the song of a solo coyote punctuate the stillness in the forest as a traveler walks through the pines. Light from a waning moon filters down through the canopy of needles and cascades across the forest floor. Sometimes the trees obscure the moon, but sometimes its illumination clearly shows the path ahead. Pines are one of the most ancient plant genera on the planet. They have existed nearly 3 times longer than all flowering plant species. Because most pines stay green all winter, they traditionally represent longevity, immortality, fertility, health, and abundance. The moon and her gossamer glow represents the feminine and receptive side of life, just as the moon receives and reflects the light of the sun. Symbolically, the moon represents receiving the goodness of the universe flowing to you. The Sacred Landscape wants you to know, gifts from the universe are ready to cascade into your life. Abundance, health, longevity, vitality, and joy are flowing to you, gently and easily, in the days ahead. There may be times when the goodness of life feels like it's ebbing and flowing, rather than being a steady stream of fulfillment. This is similar to the moon peeking through the pines for a moment or two. But as you stay open and receptive, physical and emotional gifts will come into your life. Instead of bemoaning the fact that there isn't a steady and constant stream of joy and gifts from the universe, accept whatever you receive in a spirit of gratitude, and your bounty will increase tenfold. This is a universal law. That's so beautiful. I love that that's just what I was saying about the 4 Pentacles. Just that you are enough, and you are in the receiving mode. You are grateful for all the little things in your life, and the big things are flowing to you. And then let's read our poem. The most beautiful world is always entered through your imagination. If you wish to be something you're not, shut your eyes, and for one dreamy moment you are that which you are longing for. Helen Keller. And I love that. I work as a teacher's aide, and a lot of the times when I'm working with kids and they really want something that just isn't. They want, if you really kind of dig down deeper, it's like, I really just want, I want that prize, or I want that goodie. And it's like, well, what does that represent? Well, I want to feel like I'm worth it. I want to feel like I've won. I want to feel like I'm good enough. I want to feel like I'm free. I want to feel like it's all good. And so sometimes we put these prizes in as the destination, but really if we take a minute and go inside and just feel grateful for all the prizes that we've had, and we already have that feeling, we can have that feeling anytime. And so sometimes we can be waiting for something to look like the wrapper or look like the Pinterest picture on the outside. But sometimes it's more than that. It's more than just the thing. It's the feeling we're after, and we can tap into that on the inside anytime. And meditation, gratitude practice could be something useful this week from the universe. And that is all of my messages, and I hope you like this reading, and I will catch you soon. Thanks, bye. Hi, Pile 2. I have your reading here. I hope this reading finds you well and that you're having a great day. Whenever this message finds you, I hope that there is something that you can take away. Messages from the universe and from your spirit guides. So, a little about the main character is we have the Four of Cups. That is such a sweet little unicorn baby. And the message from the Sacred Landscape, we have openness. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Maybe if you were drawn to pile 1, there was also 4 of Pentacles in that, and with some beautiful messages about abundance. The Ace of Cups. I love it. It's just a sleeping pile of babies. Babies! This deck is so cute. It is illustrations from bedtime stories with poems on the back, and we'll read this poem in a minute. And we have the King of Swords and the Three of Cups. Okay, I just wanted to read from the book about your Four of Cups. Four of Cups isn't a card that I get a lot for myself, and the cups that the cards that I pull all the time for myself, I know just a wealth of knowledge about. But this beautiful new deck, let me read this book. It's so sweet. This is the Phantasma Tarot, and it kind of has like an Alice in Wonderland vibe to me. I'll show you. The Phantasma Tarot by Paulina Fae. So for your Four of Cups, for your main character energy, it says, oh sorry, I opened it to Four of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Exhaustion has set in for this weary little traveler, and he's lost his motivation. Anticipating greener pastures elsewhere, he's oblivious to the magic all around him and within him. By continuing to dwell on the negative, he's robbing himself of the beauty to be found in the now moment. Yet in this time of quiet positivity, his state of reflection will help him to eventually sort it all out. As perspectives shift, aha moments arise. The message is, being open to opportunities around you will spark new plans of action. So maybe you've been experiencing some frustration or like feeling like you've missed opportunities this week. So let's see if there's any messages from Spirit. So I see also with the Four of Pentacles that in this card it represents stability and firm foundations, but he is holding on kind of tight to those pentacles, and some readers like to read it as maybe holding on too tightly, and maybe it is closing off new potentials. Like he has what he has in his hands, but it's like a puppy when they've got their tennis ball and they find another toy. They can't really grab the other toy until they put the tennis ball down. This is from pile 1, if you were drawn to that. This is the Four of Discs, Four of Pentacles from the Motherpeace deck, and it's called Controlling Your Doors. And so I kind of like thinking of it like this. It's not that you're holding on too tight, it's that you're really controlling like what you let have access to your physical reality, and that is really good judgment. So I also see the King of Swords, and so I think your thinking on this is really very clear, and the Three of Cups is celebration with people you trust. And so I would say with this Ace of Cups and this diving into this new fresh emotion, this new hopes of love, that you know that you have like front yard friends, people that you would tell where your house is and that could come by your front yard and you could say hi. And you have living room friends that you could let come into your living room and you could have tea, and you have people that you'd let into your backyard and to hang out and have a barbecue, and you might even have friends that you would trust to come all the way into your room, and that you have the clarity to know the difference, who are the people that are worth celebrating. I want to pull a couple clarifiers for this and kind of see what the situation is. So Spirit, for the good of all and the harm of none, please show our pile number 2 what they need to know about this situation. So we have the Queen of Cups, and so this is another, so she's the embodiment of emotion, and she has a lid on her cup, and I feel like she's not just letting that, she's not going to open that cup for anybody, just for people inside her circle of trust. And she has her feet in the ocean. She is, in some decks, she's a mermaid, and I just think it's really beautiful, and the joy and playfulness of life in the ocean, because there is abundance in the ocean. You're supported, and everything you need is right there. Spirit, let's have another card, another message. If there's any more messages. So the Six of Wands. So you are going to have success and recognition on this journey and on what you're creating. And just one more message. So we have 2 messages. The Tower and the Seven of Swords. So the Tower represents being shaken down to the foundation and rebuilding. And I think that you have recently just had to completely rebuild. And it could have been after there was somebody who was sneaking and being manipulative. So I'm really looking forward to this new energy for you, this Ace of Cups energy for you. Let's read from the book for openness. I love this. This is from The Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Linn. So, openness. Secrets of the moon. The cycles of the moon affect every aspect of our life. The cyclical magnetic pull regulates the tides as it acts on our planet's waters. The moon even affects our monthly cycles as women. It's not an accident that a woman's cycle and the cycle of the moon are approximately the same amount of time. In native cultures, when women lived in nature, it was not uncommon for them to menstruate during the new moon and ovulate around the full moon. It was believed that menstruation was the time that a woman had to be still, to put her everyday labors aside and renew. For all people, the dark of the moon was a time to incubate ideas, watch nocturnal dreams for signs, and be still. In modern life, we as a culture don't honor these natural cycles often enough, and as a result, our lives are usually bereft of this important time of rejuvenation. The sacred landscape wants you to know, when you receive this card, be open to receiving signs. Be still. Do nothing. Be open. Breathe. Relax completely and thoroughly. Incubate your dreams for the future. If you are trying to make a decision, take the time to watch for signs and listen to the whispers of the universe. Watch your dreams for messages regarding the situation. Become the sacred watcher. Observe life as it unfolds rather than becoming engaged in it. Be open to what the universe has in store for you. Be receptive to the messages from your soul. This card can also be the bringer of a sacred wonder into your life. Miracles can show up in ways you didn't expect. That is so beautiful. So for our sweet dreams, the poem is, Infant souls, take comfort, nor forget that sunrise never failed us yet, by Celia Leighton Baxter. Illustration by S. Beatrice Pierce. Date unknown. The sunrise has never failed us yet. Pile 2, I hope that everything is looking up, and I hope you can really celebrate and find this new wellspring of love and good emotions. Thanks, bye. Hi, Pile 3. Here are our cards and your crystal. I'm gonna shake the fish food so the fish come and play. Okay, Pile 3, let's see what messages we have for you. So for the main character energy, we have the Ace of Wands, and for the setting, we have Flow, the Two of Pentacles, the Fool, a storybook illustration, and we'll read the poem in a minute, Ace of Cups, and the Hermit. So for your reading, for the main character energy, I'm going to read the meaning of Ace of Wands from the guidebook for Phantasma Tarot. This is my new deck by Paulina Fae. That's kind of Alice in Wonderland feel. I'm going to read your main character energy for you. For the Ace of Wands, seeds of enthusiasm have been planted within her. And she's bursting with new creative ideas. Fueled by passion, she's ready to put in the work that will bring her dreams to fruition. New creative ideas are calling for your attention, and there's no better time to begin than now. So you may have been feeling the creative spark, a longing for adventure and growth. And with the Ace of Cups, you might be having new relationships and new things to love on, maybe new pets and maybe fur babies, maybe real babies. I love this energy for you. The Ace of Wands, that is such a fire energy, so beautiful. And with this Two of Pentacles here, I feel like in your physical reality, in your material world, you are balancing things so beautifully. And even though the sea is rocky, and I know we're all feeling that when we go to the grocery store and when we buy gas, we're still standing. And he looks kind of joyous, like he's not just standing there, he's still dancing. And with this Fool energy as well, she is like no other. She is going to wade across this river on her hands. She's carrying the Book of Life on her foot, and she's dodging this, it said it was a miniature caiman, and this is the goddess energy embodied as like a little tiger guy by her. And so just like no other, you're just like no other. You're just taking this energy on the road. And with the Hermit, he has the same energy as the star. This is the star in the lamp, and so that inner wish, the wish of our heart, and that inner knowing, and that comes from like our heart and our brain working together to have like a third, like a clarity really, to be able to lead with the heart. You're guided on your path. And let's read about flow from the book. This is my favorite guidebook. I just noticed my fish are like fighting in the background. I think they're too high up to see. You're not supposed to be distracting fishies. You're supposed to be the scenery. So for flow, this is the meandering river, the energy of the meandering river. A meandering river is a waterway that curves, bends, turns, and seems to swing side to side as it flows forward. Viewed from above, it looks like a sinuous, even snake-like. Meandering rivers are dynamic as they wind their way across valley floors and bring life-giving sediment to new habitats. The word meander was derived from the ancient Meander River, which flowed into the Aegean Sea. The Greeks created symbols for meander that have been described as some of the most important symbols of the ancient Greek culture. They represent the fluid movement of water and the eternal flow of all life. The twisting patterns were also thought to represent the serpent, which was the symbol of healing. Hence, our present-day symbol for doctors is the caduceus. The sacred landscape wants you to know there are times to hold on tight to the shore, and there are times to enter the flow. Notice where life is going and move in that direction. Watch for signs and follow them. Don't resist. When you go with the flow, your life force expands and healing on all levels abounds. This is also the time to release old, limiting patterns. Forgive and let go of the need to be right about your beliefs. If you aren't feeling the smooth current of life, it might mean that you're being self-critical or judgmental. When you enter the flow with gratitude and love, you will find blessings surrounding you. You will enter into a state of grace and healing will abound. That is so beautiful. I'm going to pull a couple clarifiers for your situation. Spirit, what are some ways that pile 3 can go with the flow? What are some messages for pile 3? What does pile 3 need to know? I'm feeling that I should expand more on the caduceus, and so the symbol for doctors, how it has the two snakes entwining a central column, that represents our channel, and it's like our energy centers, our chakras. They line up and form an energy center, and when we inhale and are part of this earth, and when we exhale and we're part of the spiritual realm, and it kind of creates a third channel that is life. And it is that heart and brain coherence. it's being able to think with our mind but not be stuck in our overthinking, and it's being able to feel with our heart but not be just lost in feeling, in the depths of feeling, but to be able to have that clear channel and to be able to tap into our own higher guidance and our own intuition and into patterns from the universe. And the Knight of Wands, it's more of this fire energy that you have, and I feel like you already are so tapped in to your fire energy, and as you are going ahead on your path, I feel like you are stepping into the unknown, and the universe supports that. And that is our message on that. And the poem that we have from this Bedtime Stories Oracle is: "Hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without words and never stops at all," by Emily Dickinson. Illustration by Millicent Sowberry, 1908. I hope you got something from this message, and I will catch you soon. Thanks. Bye. Hi, Pile 4s. Hope everything is going well with you this week. I just wanted to kind of do a little check-in and see your main character energy. And we have the Three of Pentacles, forgiveness, and Three of Pentacles again. Pile 1 had the Empress twice. This is amazing. That is so beautiful. Three of Pentacles from 2 decks. The Sun of Discs, and that's like the Page of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite. The bedtime story illustration that we'll read in a minute. The Nine of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. So for your reading, let's read the energy, your main character energy from the book. So this is my new deck that I got, the Phantasma Tarot by Paulina Fae. Just look up the Three of Pentacles for you. Working with galactic energies, this trio of bats is making magic happen. They're counting on one another's expertise to complete their project, and their efforts will be met with mutual recognition and appreciation. Put plans into action, remain focused, and continue to develop your skills. So you could be working on teamwork and focus and creativity in your life this week. I love that they're working with galactic energies, so it could be more like people in your family that you're working together to have that more love-centered life. Not that it's going to be always peachy, but that everybody's working towards the same goal of attachment, like being able to say sorry when they mess up and being able to ask for what they need and not guilt trip, and good communication. And I love that there's Three of Pentacles again. And what you're working on really is a work of art. And this energy of the Nine of Pentacles is she's independently wealthy. She has everything she needs at her fingertips. She's living in luxury. And I hope that you're feeling that energy of luxury as well. And the King of Wands is embodying the fire energy. He's ruling with his creative force. And I hope that in your life, you're also really tapping into that fire energy isn't afraid to make mistakes and knows that if you hurry and make as many mistakes as possible, you're gonna be accelerating towards your goals much faster than playing it too cautious and holding your cards too close to your chest. And the Sun of Swords, it he is on target, and this could be messages of that financial abundance and things crystallizing in your life. Things that you've been working for are going to start showing up in your reality. And I'm going to read Forgiveness from the Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Linn. This is messages from the sacred landscape. Forgiveness, sunset glow. As the sun sinks behind the horizon, and the reds and oranges turn to lavenders and deep purples of the ensuing night, the day is complete. Sunset signifies that a new cycle has begun, and as each star emerges into the velvet sky, we enter a realm of the dark unknown, where magic and even the mystery of life itself seems to shimmer above us. To be regretting that the day is done is to miss the glory of the starry heavens above. The sacred landscape wants you to know it's human to want to hold on to the past, our memories, experiences, and relationships. However, there can be times when we are carrying so much of the past that we can't fully see the present. The past doesn't need to equal the future. Just because you had a pattern or a recurring challenge in the past doesn't mean that it needs to recur in the future. The key is to be willing and ready to simply and cleanly let go of the hold that the past has on you. The past is gone, and it's okay to let it go. The way to do this is to fully immerse yourself in the here and now. Be super aware of the sights, sounds, smells, textures, and energy of your present. When you do this, the past simply vanishes and the glory of the present emerges. That is so beautiful. I love that the glory of the present can be the realness, of your family or your group of friends, and the highs and lows of working together and of connection. And humans need connection, and we're evolved to seek connection. When we feel like we have let our peers down, it can be so painful. I know it's been the first 3 weeks of the new school year, and working with all the professionals and just feeling really self-conscious and having anxiety and trying to please everybody around me. It really kind of locks me up and makes it's almost like the anxiety makes those worst fears happen, instead of just trusting that we're all human, and instead of dwelling on each comment that I made. Is it perfect? Was each decision I made perfect? Was it good enough? That isn't even the real question that I should be spending my mental energy on. It is, what can I learn from this? And I was in kind of like a shame spiral about that, and a message that I got from watching another reader on YouTube was that perfection is not really where we should be heading. It's the inspiration, and our spirit guides know that is where our aim is, and that where we actually shoot, where we actually land, is still among the stars. It's in the middle, and that is more than enough. And coming together and saying we're sorry and readjusting and staying on the course and staying in between the two polar opposites is a comfortable, safe, and good place for us to be. And even if it doesn't seem like it in the moment, just know that if you're stressed about relationships, and if you're worried if you're enough, and if you're worried if you're doing it right, you are. And that the fact that you care enough to worry about it just means that you're trying extra hard. And so please don't get stuck in a shame spiral of perfection, and just know that we're all out here being horrifically human every day. And I just love this message for you. And I hope that our bedtime story matches this energy. Before me, may it be delightful. Behind me, may it be delightful. Around me, may it be delightful. Below me, may it be delightful. Above me, may it be delightful. All, may it be delightful. Navajo Indian saying. Illustrated by Robert Baden-Powell. Date unknown. It is delightful. It's delightfully human. It's exhaustingly, delightfully human. And I just hope that your week is so beautiful, and I hope that you can take some of this energy and have a beautiful week. I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.
I'm feeling like you're calling, good, I feel the sun.